All right.
Speaking of pros.
Oh, wait, we should start the episode. We haven't even started the episode. Dave, do your black magic.
That's brown magic. Thank you very
much.
Magic. Welcome to episode 18 of the Geek Savants. I am Dave DeWanch.
I am super ugly.
Brett Miller.
Brian Roberts.
And Ron Zorn.
Straight up brown magic, guys. Brown magic.
Ooh, brown magic.
All right, so welcome to the episode. Yeah.
Wait, Grant.
Yeah.
I have to ask you about something. There was some controversy in my house this morning. It was wild. My wife started talking about this thing, and then she went to go show it to me, and it was gone. And we need to discuss. Do you know what I'm talking about? Grant's gone.
Wait,
you lost.
Look at that face.
I do.
Perfect timing.
God damn it. Grant, what the fuck is with your dial-up shit?
I love it.
Fuck?
He's like, in the beginning, he was like, guys, I'm trying out some new connectivity stuff. This
is amazing.
This is amazing.
It's disconnected.
This guy is, I'm muting him just to look. I'm muting him.
Good.
Unmute.
When you see him moving around a little bit, you can unmute him.
This fucking guy.
Okay.
What do you got to say?
Out.
What do you got to say for yourself, you son of a bitch?
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you right now, we can keep these episodes at 30 minutes if Grant stops fucking freezing, and we have to wait for his ass for 5 fucking minutes. Jesus Christ.
I've got Comcast here, and it's really like it's a good connection most of the time. I don't know why it fucks up.
You just download all your porn while you're recording the episode to save time or some shit? I don't know what you're doing. Jesus.
Speaking of porn, Dave.
Yeah.
So I was on Instagram yesterday.
You saw my fucking giant muscles and shit.
And I saw some giant muscles.
We lost John.
Oh, man, yeah. The first thing that popped in my head when I saw that picture, I was like, John is going to have a field day on the podcast. I know it. I know it.
The morning after a cup of cocktails, I woke up and was all, I got to delete that picture. I know John's going to rip me a new asshole.
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted. I was like, what am I looking at? I didn't even know. And so I went back and looked at some of your old posts to look at your body and your progression of sexy Dave body.
I wanted to check his progression of muscle definition.
And he added up, and I'm like, what am I seeing? I don't even know.
God.
So
You know what's so crazy? Let me tell you. I was getting some water in the kitchen, and the lights were like dark, and I was like, I turned, and I was in a tank top, and I looked in the mirror, and I was like, who the fuck is that magic funhouse mirror version of me? So I took the picture and put it online, but it's just the perfect amount of shading to make it look like I was ginormous, and I'm like, I am not that ginormous.
It really did. It looked like it.
Yeah.
Guys, I didn't get to see it. He deleted it before I got to see it.
Oh, I'll send it to you right now. Here, I'll send it to you right now. You can put it on the fucking show.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Text me right now. Right fucking now.
I cannot believe that. I can't believe I saw it before John.
The magic of the internet.
Oh, my gosh.
That
was all I thought about, too, was John is going to totally make fun of this.
Oh, I thought you saw that picture, and then all you thought about for the rest of the night
Oh, my God. Kelly,
yes.
Kelly was bugged out, Dave. She was like, she thought that, like, Grant actually thought you photoshopped your head onto somebody else.
I know. It was like roid rage Dave.
Check this out, guys. Check this out. I've been drinking less. I've been going on nightly walks. I've been doing push-ups in the morning, and that's it. I've done nothing but change my diet, and I've lost like...
Did you send me this fucking picture, bro? Just stop
6 pounds. Yeah, I sent it to everyone.
My.
Send it to everyone.
I lost like 6 pounds last week just by walking and eating.
If you change your diet, you can do some magic, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like I can I can tell you right now that like my belly is way smaller. Like my muscle definition is bigger.
Penis.
And
Penis
it's not
is
like
way
it's
smaller.
oh, penis is still real fucking
Yeah.
small, real small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where most
But
of the weight
hopefully I'll get
loss-
skinnier. I'll get skinnier, and then my penis will look bigger just by default. Is what I'm thinking. But yeah, I mean, clean living, guys. Clean living. I've been drinking just vodka and diet mixers. That's it. And no more beer, no more fucking wine, none of that shit. Just like, you know, and 2 drinks. Yeah, look at this fucking guy. Look at this guy. This fucking look at this guy right here. Look at him.
What is going on in this? This is fucking ridiculous, Dave. This is like your fat pushed up right here. Okay, don't even like.
No, that's just a fucking.
Oh my!
There it is.
Good
Good show.
Gun show.
The gun
It's
show.
gun show.
Boom. Oh
Yeah.
my god! Look at
But my wife, she definitely slut shamed me. She's like, "What's going on with you in this picture that's on the internet right now?" And I took it down because I was like, "Oh, I'm getting like."
I can't believe you took it
Which I
down.
don't really want. Yeah.
Oh, this is incredible.
Well, now it's on YouTube. So there you go. We're on YouTube. It's fine.
Is this the episode art? Everyone, do we vote?
Yes.
No. This is like your least favorite hero as the name of the episode, and this is the picture.
Yes, this is incredible.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's
okay if I'm just gonna keep it up
literally,
here for a minute.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Though, just changing your diet. Like since COVID happened, we stopped eating out. So like we've been eating healthier food.
Put a couple of nibbles on them.
Look, seriously.
Like big school.
Like it looks like you're trying to run a football play on my chest.
Look at this fucking thing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. The tank top is too much, but the bald fucking
that's
shine
not-
right up here is incredible. And what did you
I'll tell
take
you
this with? A fucking like 8mm camera? Why is this so fuzzy? Like, how is this?
because
It was dark, right?
No, it was dark, and I was like at least 10 feet away, zoomed in on this weird funhouse mirror because I tried to take that picture in another mirror. No, the lighting was all wrong. That's just good lighting, man.
What Brian robots?
Better after that.
Yeah.
Yes,
It
he
is.
did get a boner after that. Did you bang yourself after that?
Oh, dude, I bang myself all the time, John.
Yeah.
All the time.
That's how I
good.
lost all that weight.
I don't need an excuse. No, yeah, so I'm down
Oh, boy.
like at one point, I think my lowest I was like 165, but that was when I was like sick. I'm like 170 right now, and that's pretty
Very good.
good, you know.
And thanks for watching the Geek Savants. There was our mini episode. There's our mini
Yeah, man.
episode about
That
Dave.
was awesome.
That was
Now,
it.
yeah. Now, if I actually lifted weights, what the fuck would happen? Because I haven't
don't
lifted
know.
weights in fucking years. I'd be like, no, my heart would explode, right?
How would we
Definitely.
be able to all fit on this one Zoom screen if you were that huge?
wouldn't.
You would take.
I don't know how we fit on this podcast with our giant egos, John. You and I don't know.
You'd take over Ron and Brian's squares, and with your huge fucking muscles. Oh my God, Dave's fucking upper shoulder muscles are poking into Ron's fucking box right now. That's crazy.
Oh man, I would love for my muscles to poke up into Ron. I mean,
Oh yeah.
so
All right,
so
what are we talking about this week?
What brings us to so this week we are talking about our least favorite superheroes. One from Marvel, one from DC was the stipulation, right? We didn't do any of the Image stuff, we didn't do any of the Dark Horse or any of that stuff. It's just all mainstreamy shit. And this is probably going to be the most controversial episode of the Geek Savants, I would
Ooh.
say.
Oh shit! Is it? Oh, fuck.
Is it? I mean, we've definitely said more controversial shit in the name of humor, but in the name of geekdom, is probably the weirdest fucking thing that we're going to say, and a lot of people are going to hate this episode. So
Yikes.
I want Brian. I see this mask thing. I don't know if your background alludes to anything at all. It doesn't.
No.
Look at that.
Mask,
That
it's
is a
white.
fucking
He likes
sex. That's definitely like a sex toy, dude. Right? That's
Yeah, that it's like a garage
gimmick.
door. It lowers and it goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down.
So tell me, Brian, do you want to start with Marvel or DC?
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm sharing that picture.
That was Dave.
Again. I didn't.
There it is. Do you want me to take my shirt off, guys? I'll do
Oh
it.
man, I'm sorry, Dave. I didn't mean to share that again. I didn't. Here, let me get that off the screen. There we go. Sorry about that, dude.
Ryan, do you want to go Marvel or DC first?
Oh, I don't care. I don't
Okay,
care.
well, you're
You
the
want it
one
to be
with the
more
shot
fun or
call.
less fun?
Call some shots. I would say less fun because I want you to crush.
Raven.
Ooh.
DC Raven.
Who likes
fun.
Raven though? Who likes Raven?
Aside from Teen Titans Go, I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
What's up there right now? What the hell?
There you go.
Is that it? Is it up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just found
Jesus.
that Raven was
Weird.
like,
A one-trick pony.
and the mopiest of all mopey characters, and
Yeah.
but I just don't understand why people love her. I mean, people must because she's in the
It's
Titans.
because she's
in the
goth.
Titans.
She's all goth. That's why people fucking
So it
love
just takes a little goth. A little goth will do you.
her. Oh, dude. I wanted to hook up with all kinds of goth chicks. It's just the goth. I don't know why.
All kinds of goth chicks.
It was just I don't know why. Their love of the Cure.
I mean, I wanted to hook up. I'm just writing the name of the title for the episode.
Nah, Raven, she was very much in the way of like, I want to go with like Cloak from Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
Just a really nebulous power base that like, what the hell did she do? And then she always had this like, I'm holding back the demon vibe that was
Right.
like, it was cute for a half, but they played that shit out for like 12 years.
Oh, more than that now. It's got to be like fucking 40 years now, right? Like,
Dude,
has there been like any kind of renaissance with this character, or is she still moping around about Papa Trigon? And
I don't know. They always de-age her, though, don't they? She always ends up being younger and younger all the time, I want to say. Because they did that didn't they do that with Johns's? And then I think they did it recently again. But she's always seems to be like, they want to keep her as a Teen Titan.
Because, like, honestly, at this point, if you're just looking at her right here, and I know this was the new Teen Titans, but I always pictured her as almost like a 35-year-old woman in this book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she seemed old even in this book. So
Right.
it was like I never looked at her as like a young character for some reason.
Right.
right.
I agree.
So I was just thinking about this before we logged in and started this episode. I was thinking, you know who's going to fucking hate this episode the most? Peter John Rios. Peter Rios loves these old characters that we're going to be ripping to shit. So Peter, comment below because I know you're like one of the 5 listeners.
Is he really?
So,
oh my god.
oh yeah, I would love to know what he thinks makes some of these characters tick.
Oh god.
Because
We lost Grant again.
we lost Grant again. This motherfucker.
All right, Ron,
You know who's
what-
my fucking hero? Grant.
I
Okay, Grant, you're up.
Grant's not up. I don't want Grant to be up. What?
Well, I touched on him last time when we were kind of promoting the episode. I'm gonna go with Beast, but the lion version of Beast.
Here we go.
Lion-O.
So here's the thing about that, Ron.
Is this the version? I am sorry to interrupt, Dave. Like I went. So this is like the after Grant Morrison version. This is like the astonishing version.
Let me see
This
this.
is during.
I
this
need
is,
to see this picture, bro. Are you screen sharing right
Still-
now?
Am I not? What am I sharing right now?
Nothing.
Text.
Nothing.
You're sharing text.
Was I really? Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says
Sorry,
you're
guys.
sharing.
Grant's back.
Nothing came up.
For some reason, it's being real wonky today.
Oh,
Oh wait, what's going on?
Oh, look at
oh
you.
wait, look at those muscle pictures, John. Revealing.
How do
the
I do
truth.
this? Where is my thing at here, Beast? How's that?
I love
How about that?
There we go.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry
when you
guys.
start doing this crap to him.
Dude.
This is horrible. Way to destroy a character.
This is so they did this. They said in Grant Morrison's run that the mutants are evolving and some of them have secondary mutations.
Right.
And that's what Beast's shit was. It was like
Right.
that, and then like who was it? White Queen had the diamond powers or whatever, right? So this is just kind of like their way of trying to like put their stamp on the characters. But I sort of agree with you, Ron. I mean, it doesn't make much sense.
It didn't make any sense anyway because Beast's mutation had nothing to do with him being a beast-looking person.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It was his agility and all that other stuff.
Now, when he became Blue Beast, it was because he experimented on himself,
Right.
right?
Right.
And I was reading about that. They did that because Werewolf by Night was out, and they were trying to kind of capitalize on the werewolf kind of stuff that was going on at the time, supposedly.
Wow.
But that at least the design wasn't so bad. But this,
Was it?
What is this?
I don't know. Was the old Beast design good? I don't know. I
Which
love
one are
it.
you
I
talking
loved
about?
it.
I'm talking about the old one, the like classic, like bouncing
He's got the like hair that kind of comes up like Wolverine's hair, and
yeah, no, you're talking about like the beastly looking one or the OG Tumbler.
No,
I'm not talking about the human version.
No,
Ron likes the human version. He even likes the blue version, but he
I do
like
love the blue
version.
Blue version's so great.
When they evolved them past the second, the blue beast.
Yeah, no, the Morrison take on it was unfortunate.
Yeah, you know what? The thing though is I really enjoyed the Morrison take until I didn't. I feel like a lot of Grant Morrison shit is fucking awesome. There you go.
Oh, it's so pixelated. I'm sorry.
Very, very werewolfy.
So Grant Morrison's run on the X-Men was like really, really good, and then it like jumps into the future and it gets all fucking crazy, and then it doesn't end well at all, and then you're just kind of left being like, was any of that even real, or was Ron right the entire time? And I think Ron was right the entire time. She didn't need to happen.
Even when they put him in the first X-Men movie or whatever, when Kelsey Grammer or whatever was playing him, like even that they used the lionish version of him, didn't they?
Yeah, but it was still understated. It wasn't like
right
crazy as that.
Grant, what was your pick? Let me see if I can figure this shit out.
Yes, stop sharing all of your screens. Just share the one.
I'm trying. What was yours, Grant?
My two picks go along with the theme of the most convoluted backstories.
Speaking of convoluted, are you on fucking SpaceX right now? Because you're breaking up like you're on fucking Mars. It's crazy.
Is it that bad?
Yes, Grant. Yes, Grant.
Okay,
just one more reason why we hate you.
I know.
We don't hate Grant.
We don't hate him.
Who was Grant picking, by the way, before he broke up?
Oh,
yeah.
All right, Dave, who do you got?
Ask a question.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Do not ask a question. That's when he gets lost.
That's when he gets real lost.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for Grant. Grant, who's your pick?
Hawkman.
Oh,
right.
Hawkman, right.
Now, do you hate all versions of Hawkman, or just the fact that they've tried to retcon it into one fucking Hawkman, or are you like, is there like Thanagar is your shit that you hate, or what? Because I like Hawkman, but I get it.
He's just ruined for me.
He's so convoluted.
He's just too far gone.
Well, I guess, and I haven't read it, and I feel bad for not reading it, but Hitch is drawing it, or Hitch was drawing the last version of it, and one of my buddies, Robert Venditti, who is a great dude, and he's one of my favorite people to see at conventions and drink with. He's like, I fixed Hawkman, and I'm like, okay, cool. How'd you fix him? And he's like, it's all real. None of it is like, you can't. I think part of the problem was they kept waffling on what his origin was, and now he's like, no, it's all true. But I haven't read it, so I don't really fucking know. You know who's gonna love this? Peter John Rios and Robert Venditti could tell you exactly.
Who is what is all real though? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, like all the timelines are real in Hawkman's continuity. It's just, and again, I'd have to have him explain it. In fact, if we want, I could probably get Rob to come on the show.
If they had just said like, bro, it's a dude that created these wings that he could fly around with,
I'd be so
like,
down with that.
I'm cool. That sounds fantastic. But instead they're like, nah, dog, he's an ancient pharaoh who like, or slash explorer.
Alien.
Slash Thanagarian fucking slash his wife chick is also the exact same convoluted story. It's like,
right. I think that like they did something with reincarnation, and I think that, and again, like
they did.
If you want, I'll reach out to Robert and be like, Robert, why don't you do 15 minutes about Hawkman with us? And we could get him on and ask him all
so
these
much
questions.
Hawkman shit. Like, dude, he's had a kid that was like a bird, and it's like they've had all kinds of.
And his kid ended up becoming Dr. Fate at one point too.
Yes, yeah. Hector Hall.
Hector Hall.
Yeah. It's
all right.
His story
is Robin.
So wild.
I'll tell you. I'll reach out to Robert and see if he wants to be on the show, and he can explain Hawkman to us all day long. That would be fucking fun. But
one crazy thing that I found out about it was his first appearance was in Flash #1.
Really?
Oh, really?
1940. So
Dave needs to get that key book.
No, Flash number 1 was first Flash, first Hawkman, first Black Canary.
Wow. Like Golden Age?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, 1940 it came out.
Jeez.
Wow.
Wow, that's a baller book. Right
That's
there.
probably cheap though, because DC books are cheap.
DC books are definitely cheaper than Marvel books because they've got that road tested. Marvel's got that road tested fucking Hollywood shit going.
All right, Dave.
So I gotta go. I gotta tell you, my first pick, and it has this for the same reason that Grant doesn't like Hawkman. I don't like Donna Troy, Wonder Girl.
Amen.
Because her shit's convoluted too, man. And I just I remember trying to read Who is Donna Troy back in like I think it was late 90s maybe, I don't know, but fuck, man, like at first she was basically just the younger sister of Wonder Woman, and you're like, oh, that makes perfect sense. She's like the sidekick that's related to all of this bullshit. And then they like said that she was a Titan, but like a Titan, like a demigod, basically. Right. But she was born of a human woman and then given up for adoption and then sold into white slavery and all this crazy shit. And I'm like, can we just go back to her being fucking Wonder Woman's little sister? Because that's fine. It's perfectly fine.
But I'm not doing anything.
What are you doing? Right
I was not going to type dirty old man image right here or anything. It's probably the worst image I could have grabbed.
Well, I mean, and the thing is I don't dislike her in the Titans in an ensemble cast where I don't have to focus on her origin, but her origin is so fucking weird and fucked up that I just want it streamlined. And I don't even know, DC streamlined all of their origins so many times that I actually have like gotten to the point where I don't care anymore. I just don't like her. And you're never going to fucking retcon it and fix it for me.
She became one of those like, what were those space fucking guardian people?
Oh, they were like, I think they were called the Titans, I think.
No. Where she had like a red suit with like white, gray.
Dark Stars. She was the Dark Stars.
She was a Dark Star.
Oh my gosh, she was a Dark Star.
Right.
Yeah, but I think she lost her powers and became a Dark Star. That's the weirdest. I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, it's stupid.
They kind of, as the newer team came along in the 10s, they replaced her with the younger blonde Wonder Girl, I believe.
Right.
And
it was
actually, what's that? I can't remember
Cassie?
Cassie.
Cassie. Yeah.
But I like Cassie. I like her story better.
Yeah.
I thought she was better than that. This one never really sat well with me either because she never was that great of a character.
I also think though that DC Comics as a whole are like the time period that you grew up reading DC Comics is your DC Comics, and they keep rebooting it for a new generation, and I'm just not a part of the generation that gives a flying fuck anymore about DC Comics. Like, not to say I wouldn't want to write it or I wouldn't fucking like, and I respect everyone that does.
You're not going to get it that way talking shit. All right, jeez.
I know. Here's the thing though. I think that I wouldn't even want to. I'd be hard pressed to find a character other than maybe Lobo that I would want to write, to be honest. Just because I think you could do whatever the fuck you want with that character and there isn't a lot of baggage.
You could write a good Lobo, Guy Gardner.
Yeah,
Ooh, Guy Gardner.
That's true.
See where I'm going with this?
Oh, yeah, all the dickheads. Hey, Dave, you're really good at writing dickheads. It's because it's who I hang out with, John. I'm influenced by you dicks. So, John, what's your first one?
My first one is Barry Allen Flash.
I think it's because we didn't grow up with Barry Allen.
I think he sucked.
No, he sucked. Yes, I agree because they killed him in '85, and we were like, okay, that was wild because we understood of him as being the original Flash.
Well,
and then they introduced but then they introduced Wally West, and we're like, dude, Wally West is so awesome. So then when like Johns brings him back, I'm like, this dude is boring. Like, he's not a good character. Like, do
you remember
you got rid of Wally West to like replace him back with this guy? Like,
let me see if I have it. Hold on one second.
Oh boy,
and he's gone.
He's gone.
Who was the fastest Flash?
Wally.
I think it was Barry, wasn't it?
What?
I thought it was Barry.
I thought it was Barry.
Oh yeah, because Wally always touch slow, wasn't he?
Wally was always in the shadow of Barry, and like
But
part of
here's
that
the
was
thing,
just
though,
was
but-
speed. And
But Wally also discovered the Speed Force, so
Yeah,
he got
that's
to tap
true.
into it.
That's
So
true.
he was
the
faster
one
than
that,
all of them.
like he found all the other speedsters. Like all the other guys showed up when Wally was around. Really,
Do you
Right.
remember the thing that Mark Waid did with Greg LaRocque? It was the Return of Barry Allen, where
Yeah.
it's
mhm.
like fucking
That was a good
perfect
storyline.
Flash. It's a great storyline.
Yeah,
It is one of my favorite, and it really does reaffirm my belief that Wally is the best Flash.
that was the Reverse
And-
Flash story, right? Where Barry Allen is Reverse Flash.
Spoilers. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
spoilers, guys!
Yeah, yeah.
1989.
that
Yeah, no, that was a great
but-
storyline.
was a great story.
All the
Yeah,
from those early ones all the way up through I love up until they basically and then Johns and Collins get on there. Wally West Flash was really some of the greatest like comic book
Yep.
stuff I ever read.
Yep.
Yep.
They dissed
Alright.
that dude hard.
I know.
What is it specifically about?
Do you guys know that he's like real fucked up right now? Like
Yeah,
his
he
whole
killed
storyline.
people and he like
Right.
hit them and yeah.
He's like
For-
part of the whole like Dr. Manhattan and him, and it's like Flashpoint. It's like he's all fucked up right now, and it's like they've really messed that character.
Yeah, they
up
messed up Wally West hard.
real bad.
I feel like Wally West. Like, why couldn't you have done that to Roy Harper instead? Like, fuck that character up. Who gives a fuck about that
Oh,
guy?
we should have
But
chose him.
Wally
Red
is.
Hood. What about Jason Todd Red Hood? Why couldn't that guy stay dead?
He was on my list, but I had to pick either Donna Troy or Jason Todd. And Jason Todd was definitely on my list as honorable mention for biggest shithead of the DC universe.
All right, Brian, what do you got?
Did you go, John?
I
Yeah,
did.
you
I
did
just
Barry.
did Wally.
Oh, it's very. Oh, sorry.
But no, but specifically, what is it about Barry? Is it that you like Wally and don't like Barry, or is there something?
Yeah,
about
no,
that
Barry
you
is
don't like?
boring. Like he's not a great character. I don't like his
Yeah.
he's a crime lab guy, and
He's
I think
kinda
that's kind of he's goody. Yeah. He's not realistic. He's not somebody I like. Even like Hal Jordan, kind of, you can kind of go, oh, I kind of get this character, but like Barry Allen, I never got as a character.
How do you feel about Barry Allen in the TV show?
I think he's a little better, but they kind of have really messed him up still with the love stuff. But like as a character, like I think he's done well, but I still don't. He's not an attractive like character. He's just not somebody that I'm like. Because Wally West had flaws, and he was like very like he was not the perfect hero or whatever. I loved it because he was Kid Flash, and then he became Flash, and he understood
Right.
what the mantle of it meant. Whereas like when they brought Barry Allen back, it was like, oh, Barry Allen's back. Okay, everybody, no big whoop. It's
Yeah.
like
Who cares about Wally?
They
and all
did
that
a good job
service he did.
bringing Green Lantern back, but with the Barry Allen stuff, I just thought they kind of like pushed that through without real. It wasn't as good as Green Lantern.
Yeah. For me, I feel like if they brought Wally back as the Flash, like 100%, I would be way behind it. That would be
I don't know what they're gonna do with that character. Honestly, I really would like to know like what ends up happening with him.
Oh, by the way, DC, that's another character I would want to write. Oh, that's the one right there. I would love to write a Wally, even if you made him not the Flash and like did something really awesome with him, but you'd have to give him a point.
Wally West, alcohol distribution guy.
Ooh, quickest in the West. All right, Brian, what's your second one? Where are you going?
I am going to Cyclops.
Yeah,
Just
I
for
agree.
the memes. So again, this was one of those things where part of it is storyline driven. And there was a point in Cyclops' life, mainly when, Milquetoast Jean Grey died. And then he was just Mr. Mopey. And the only woman he ends up finding is, it's Jean Grey.
Oh,
I guess I'm going to marry her. And then he marries her. She turns out to be a demon later on, but he marries her and then has a kid with her. And then
Hey, we've all been known to marry some demons in our life. All right.
that's not the part that's bad. But in the first issue of X Factor, he straight up disses his family to go find Jean Grey, and he never calls them. He never calls them. He just ends up finding out that they're gone, that they left him. and he's devastated by this.
Right.
He's a piece of shit. And it's really interesting that he, like, it's so, I don't know, like, he just had this time period in his life where he was just a complete pile of crap. And, but, I mean, I know, like, he's transformed over, like, a certain amount of time from, like, the weed and...
I gotta say, this is semi-correct. I'm semi-erect, but this is semi-correct. All right? Because this guy was the best at first. In the beginning, he was a great character, and they were prepping him to be the leader and the this is the guy that everyone's gonna follow.
He was the Captain America of the mutants, basically.
Yeah. And the one that could do no wrong, that was right next to Professor X the whole way. And boy, have they just jumped this dude right off a cliff. Like, dude, from the what was that? X-Men versus Avengers. They just did like recently, and they got the gem, the Juggernaut, the Phoenix Force. Each one of them got the Phoenix Force
5, right?
Yeah, and he became such a dick. Like, he was I actually like he killed Professor X, I believe, in the comic. Am I wrong about? I believe he killed Professor X. I could be wrong. And then
the Force did, right? The Phoenix Force did,
right? But I think it was through him, though.
Through him.
Is this part of the Hickman stuff, or is this?
I don't know who was writing it at that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this before or after House
AVX, right?
This is way before. This is like back in 13, probably.
None of that fucking shit matters then.
I know.
All of that shit got.
But they still. I don't even know if he's back now. But like, they got rid of him for a while. He was like public enemy number 1. He had that X mask. Remember when he had like the X visor?
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. They've really done him dirty. They done him really dirty.
Yeah. I always thought that he was just a super cuck. Like Gene should have just been with Logan. Fucking
But the Logan stuff really like messed him up, man. It really, because he did become like kind of the bitch boy. And like, it was like
he really did. He really did.
It was like he could never be like the Captain America after that because he was such a bitch. And I mean, dude, that Madeline stuff is crazy. Like,
it's crazy.
It really was.
He has literally lived the worst Geek Savants life of all time. This fucking guy got saddled with some shit. It is like really bad. I mean, like, from Jean, love of his life, dying, to fucking Madeline, to then White Queen Emma Frost.
I love that relationship. Hey, I like that. I was into that.
That I actually agree with. That wasn't a bad.
That was a very
pairing. That was a good pairing.
But
speaking of a Geek Savant relationship, that was a very Geek Savant relationship.
But
very
I will
dominate the lady with a very
Yeah. At that point, he's like, well, I've been a cuck for the last 40 years in comic books. I might as well just be a cuck in for real fucking timelines. And then
he was only a quasi cuck though.
Quasi.
Oh my God! Says the Captain Cuck over there. Captain the Cuck.
I'm gonna give you
all right. Give him the Captain Crunch hat, and
we'll move on to somebody else. But I do want to say that scene in Astonishing.
Yep.
Where Emma Frost, like, basically, I think it's Emma Frost allows his beams to go. Am I right, Grant, on that scene?
No, I thought he was just holding back that whole time.
Right. And then he like basically says like, I've been holding back, and just fucking blows everybody away. He is when done right, he is a good character. But I just don't know if you could pull him back from how badly they've just wrecked that dude.
All right. So I'm going to go. I'm going to say my, and you guys are going to really disagree with me here, but my least favorite Marvel character that's a mainstream hero is Mr. Fantastic.
Boom. Look at that image.
I mean, that's a great drawing. Who the fuck drew that? That's amazing.
I don't know.
That should be reversed, though.
You're right.
Should be Dr. Doom, Pimp Slapping Reed.
I just don't like Reed in that, like, I mean, he's got a pretty cool family. He's like, he's got a nice supportive hot wife, and he's just a fucking scientific dick. He just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And all of his fucking issues, all of his like scientific experiments always go wrong. It always causes fucking problems. And he is the root of all evil in their fucking lives. And that's why I fucking hate Reed Richards. Like, I don't.
That's why I love him.
How can you love this guy?
Well, I think part of it is I don't know. It kind of works, I guess, in the whole that his family is kind of supportive. That Namor is always trying to bang his wife and take her.
That's so weird, by the way. So weird.
That Doctor Doom is basically Reed Richards, but better in a way.
Yeah.
Like they're both kind of evil, actually, right? Like it's really interesting. And I think maybe it's because of the dynamic between Doom and Reed, but he is an asshole to his wife, for sure. Like this dude is a total a-hole.
If you were Sue Richards, pre-Franklin.
Oh, you'd be with Namor.
Oh, 100%, right? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I were fucking Sue Richards, I'd be down with the fucking dude with the feathery legs and.
He's got gills
and shit. Yeah, right. He could be in
one is fashion nubile and the other one is not.
Exactly.
One is cleanly shaven.
John, really quick, you need to pull up Fantastic Four number 4.
Okay,
and that's the first Namor. And dude, the first appearance of Namor is the best thing you've ever seen because nothing's changed about Namor at all.
No.
But Reed Richards is a dick. I agree. He's not a good person at all.
Where are you? You going?
Yeah, he's just extremely self-absorbed. What's up, dude?
All right.
He's like so worked up. He didn't even. That's awesome. Oh man. So yeah, Reed Richards. Fuck Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Of all the Fantastic Four, weakest link. Reed Richards.
What? No, please. Come
Weakest
on.
link.
He's not the weakest link, but he.
You think Johnny Storm's? There he is. There he goes. Look at him.
He's so disrespectful to Reed when it comes.
Look at him. He's even looking back at Reed. By the way, he's like, "I got your woman."
But the thing is that Sue kind of like gives Namor the vibes though too. Like she ain't always like.
Oh yeah.
I'll give props to Reed Richards though because like no matter what, he's the smartest one.
Let me tell you one thing though.
All of them though.
If I'm looking at this picture though, John, he's not trying real hard to save his wife. He could actually be stretching his arm out and catch her and him. But look
at the thing. He's still like befuddled by his roughness.
Well, he's like, the thing here, this makes perfect sense because he's like, I can't go in this fucking water because
I'm gonna sink. I'm gonna sink.
Bye, Sue.
Like, so really, the only person here that could save Sue is Reed, and Reed's stretchy powers. He's like, nah, save it for a rainy day.
Yeah.
No, he's a piece of shit. Fuck this guy.
Can't be bothered.
Dave, master of comics, who is the most powerful in the Fantastic Four then?
Oh, Sue, 100%.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, she could create a little fucking invisible air bubble in your fucking head and explode it. I mean,
so true. So that's more powerful.
Power-wise,
that's more powerful than going supernova.
Yes, I would think. Well, because she's surgical. Like if he goes supernova, he kills everyone. She could just be like, "Boop, you're dead." Boop, you're dead.
Boop, but also here's something: can't Reed stretch and like go up your nose and go into your brain? Can he do stuff like that?
I'm sure he could, but you could, if you're like Taskmaster, you could cut off his fingers. Like,
can you though?
She's like in your brain. It's exploded. I mean, she is the most powerful one.
I'll go. I need to do a deep dive. I need to know if Reed Richards is indestructible.
That's another episode.
You know who wants to do a deep dive?
Fantastic Four character.
You know who wants to do a deep dive? Namor on Sue.
If he reaches the water, he'll be invincible.
He doesn't even need to come up for air, guys. This guy is like seriously. Like, ooh, invite him over. This is all right, Grant. What do you got?
I got Colonel Nick Fury.
Why would you ever put him on this list?
Because again, he's super convoluted. He started off in World War II.
Yeah.
And then he's got this like hiatus. Then he becomes like a CIA agent in the 60s or 70s.
Oh, look at that cover.
And
dude,
wow.
Look at that cover.
Welcome to the late 80s, early 90s.
92. That's 92, bro. Yeah.
Wow. Woo. Wow.
And anytime that there's an issue with him, they just do a life model decoy.
Yeah, this is true.
One question though, like, how did they ever explain that he was in World War II and now he's in present day? He wasn't frozen like Cap. Cap, they explain.
So, okay, I always thought that he had a version of the super soldier serum, but it's not. He had the infinity formula.
Obviously.
What happened to the infinity formula that we are not all immortal because Nick Fury had it? And why didn't they just mass produce it?
Exactly. It's like, why did just a handful of people have that? It's stupid.
Yeah. I just, you got Cap comes from World War II, and it's like, okay, I get that. Yeah. This dude comes from World War II, and I'm like, nah, it doesn't translate as much. So much so that they could literally turn this dude into a black dude, and I like the black dude version better. So,
wait a second, that sounded almost racist. What?
No way. Hey.
I hate this guy so much you could turn him black, and I'd like him more.
Black Nick Furies matter, bro. Black Nick Furies matter. I'm on it, dude. I honestly I love the Sam Jackson version, and I think they've done a much better job.
Yeah, he was cool.
Of basically kind of turning that character into a modern version of what. And now I believe that Nick Fury is black in the comics. I'm not 100% sure.
It's his kid, isn't it?
Yeah, they basically said that he had an illegitimate child or whatever that then was the new Nick Fury, which is cool.
I fucking hate comic books.
I mean, that just means that,
I fucking hate them now.
Yeah, the Ultimates version is the best version.
Yeah.
Best version.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
Don't you tease it out. I see what you're doing.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry here. I'll stop. I don't want to tease it out.
This fucking rookie shit, John. Jesus.
Ron. It's like it's my 17th time.
It's my DC pick, and I'm going with the Batman.
I mean,
that's it. Can't disagree. I'm not going to say anything about it.
That's it. Good. Now let's move on. No.
But what really is it about Batman?
No, it's the character. It's like, okay, his origin story, great. He went out, he was fighting crime. He was this normal human guy going out fighting crime in a mask.
Ron, I'm sorry. You're going to call me a silly Billy, but honestly, I've never actually heard Batman's origin. It's never been told in any media or any source. Could you just remind me real quickly? Just run through it real quick, like maybe 100,000 times.
I'm not trying to run through it, but I'm just going through that he was a normal human that was doing crime fighting because of what happened to his past. Now he's like every single top peak physical human thing that you can do. He's a genius. He's top physical peak. He's like Captain America in strength. He's as smart as the smartest people on the planet. He's the best tactical mind that you can think of. Superman and Wonder Woman say that of all the humans, he's the most powerful. It's like, how many things can you keep adding to this character?
Yeah.
Ron, you are going to be a great dad. Oh, wait, you already are a dad. You will never be the smartest person in the world. You will never be peak physical condition.
Right. Well, no, but you don't expect your child to be the top physical specimen, the smartest kid in the world, the tallest kid in the world. You figure if they excel at one thing, that's awesome. But he excels at every single thing that you could possibly excel. He was on
fucking story, Ron. This is my story. Thomas Wayne knows that he's about to die in an alley. He's seen the future and he gets it, but he dies knowing that his death will give the world Batman. And so he goes into the alley and does it. Ron, that's fucking sacrifice that I don't think you're willing to make for your children.
Is that worth it though? Don't you think Batman is the cause of all the problems in Gotham? Most of the supervillain problems in Gotham? Because I believe that if Batman wasn't there, the Gotham police would have shot all those motherfuckers, and you wouldn't have that problem anymore.
That's probably
they'd take them in the back alley and they'd shoot them because they were so corrupt.
That's probably true. All right, Ron, don't go into a back alley and die for your children.
Don't do that. Don't listen to Dave.
They just did a whole series, the heavy metal or dark metal or whatever it was. That's the one where the Batman Who Laughs came from. But basically, it was all Batman from alternate realities that became. So if on Superman's planet, the Batman killed Superman and became became Doomsday basically. Same thing with all. It was Wonder Woman, all of them. The Flash, he became the whatever. And it was like Ron said, like all of a sudden Batman could just beat all of these heroes, no problemo. Like not a problem at all. It was like he was easily going to take these guys down.
It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Every like special crossover, like what about Final Crisis? Like wasn't that all like hinged on Batman and shit too, right? Darkseid did something to. It's just he's too.
Shot him with that
in that last the DC cartoon that just came out, that Apocalypse War.
Right, he's like becomes what's his name? Metreon. He becomes Metreon basically.
The brains of the whole
right. Like
Darkseid
is like, oh my god, I've got Batman. He's gonna become my brains as
because he's the best tactician.
Yeah. This is basically the Thanos of DC, and he's like, nah, dog. This Bruce Wayne dude is the smartest.
The best version of him though to me is on Teen Titans Go, where him and who is it, Gordon, are always trying to sneak off to watch TV together. Now that is the Batman that
just Ron, you need to see the Batman and the Harley Quinn cartoon.
Yeah,
because he's a major F up in it, and he's a total baby. And Alfred's always putting him in this place.
Oh my God, Chris Maloney plays James Gordon in it.
So good,
it's so pathetic. It's amazing. You guys have to watch it. It's so good.
Who is next? All right, who's up?
I think it's you, man.
I think it's you.
What about Granny? He didn't do that next one, did he?
He did Nick Fury.
Yeah, he did both.
And then what about Dave? Dave did his.
I did. I did Reed Richards, man.
Son of a bitch. All right. Well, I guess I better go. What was my
fucking show? Make it good.
What was mine?
I like that he stalled so that he didn't have to try and dig through his video file.
Dude, I could not remember who I got. All right, here we go. That's who I chose. Fuck this guy. Fuck this whiny little bitch. That's my 2 cents on him.
He's so fucking whiny. Like,
oh my God.
I Pepsi. Fuck. We already talked about it early on in this.
Pepsi. Did you just say Pepsi?
I did Pepsi challenge you guys to watch the fucking Silver Surfer cartoon on Disney Plus because it's batshit crazy. It's super like stoner shit, and all it is an inner monologue of the Silver Surfer crying about everything. It's fucking awful. It's great.
Nope.
But I just he's the worst.
First off, surfboard. What?
Yep.
Give me a break. Like, it's so dumb. Give me a break. I can't handle it.
Explain that to your wife when you're watching this fucking cartoon.
Surfboard.
Like, why?
Yeah, and then like, I don't know. It's like I both like think he could be good, but like at the same time, they've done a full-on bad job of ever exploring, making him like a legit. It's just like there's so many space characters that have personality. And like, they, even if we're talking DC, Marvel, they got all these space characters that eventually become like something where they have like some kind of wit or they're like fun. This dude is never fun. He's always boring. Even on the Defenders where it's the Hulk and Silver and Doctor Strange and him, he's so dull. He's so boring. Like, I can't take this guy. Like, please. So what? Your planet blew up. You know how many heroes in the galaxy's planet have blown up and they're not as mopey as this dude? Like, Superman has lost his whole family, his whole planet. And that dude is like, nah, I don't care. I'll just be a normal guy. And like,
but he was but to be fair, Silver Surfer lived through all that, and baby Kal-El was not even a thing. He was just like, he has no memories of that.
What was Silver Surfer? 20? Okay, like he wasn't like he was like 100 years old. He was like 20 years old, and like, boo-hoo, I have to become the power cosmic or whatever. And like,
I thought what is his origin exact? Because I thought he sacrificed his balls so that he would save his planet.
And then Galactus destroyed it.
He ate it anyway? Okay.
Yeah.
So tragic. I mean, really, that he should now mope for the next 45 years.
Here's the thing, John, that I agree with you 100%.
Aren't surfers like dicks? Like, can we get like the Point Break version of Silver Surfer?
But here's the thing, though.
Here's the thing, hair out.
He like kicks sand in little kids' faces.
Can it be Bodhisattva?
But the thing is what about Silver Surfer has endured for him to have multiple fucking series?
People love that surfboard.
It's shiny.
And they love that surfboard.
Why?
It's such a kooky, oddball character.
I don't understand it, man. I don't get it. I never really got it. I actually don't mind the look of him, but if you're gonna look at like celestial characters that like Jack Kirby created, I would go with like the Black Racer in DC over Silver Surfer any day of the week.
That dude's on skis.
Yeah.
You're talking about the guy on skis.
I don't even care. I like the look of that character more, and I like his fucking personality more than fucking Silver Surfer.
I like Captain Snowshoes much better. Captain Snowshoes is like, woo. Oh my god! I can't. What about? I could go into a whole rollerblade thing. I got it. No, I don't understand. Silver Surfer very much, and I wish they would just sort of like pep him up a little bit, and But I did hear that new comic is
Silver Surfer Black or whatever it is.
Yeah, I heard that was pretty interesting. At least the art looks interesting.
I mean, yeah, the art looks fucking amazing, and I heard it was really, really good, and maybe that'll get you into him, but I doubt it. I don't think so. That's like a Donna Troy situation. You've been done dirty too many times. You don't give a shit about that character.
I do. I keep coming back. I think what's good, what we should say about this episode really is that these are characters that we all will keep coming back for to see if they've somehow fixed these people at some point. Like when Cyclops comes out again, we'll be like, I'll check him out. And then we'll be like, this dude, they still did him dirty. They're still going to do him dirty.
Cyclops has been really good in the new Power of X, House of X thing. But
isn't he in some like three-way now with Wolverine and Jean?
I don't know, but I just know that he is like the general. He's not the leader. He's the guy that instructs on the battlefield, but he's not the thinker anymore. Like
they could all be like pod people. Who even knows what they are?
Yeah,
they're not. They could be fakes. I don't trust that they're even the real versions of those people.
Oh my god!
What?
All right, you gotta. They keep getting reborn. They'll get killed and then they get reborn.
Oh, okay.
They're like birthed out of Krakoa, which it's like, oh, that can't go wrong. How could that go wrong?
Yeah. I mean, I love that.
One thing I don't like.
Though. I mean, I love that all the mutants are together. It's so dope.
Mutants.
Looks like Grant is on a documentary, by the way.
Grant,
the way he set himself up with the background and his positioning, I'm like, very nice, Grant.
It's a definite improvement over the weeks prior, where Grant looks like
he's vertical.
Yeah.
Grant, say something so I can get you.
Blurry.
No, I purposely have the background a little bit blurry.
There he goes again. There he fucking. We asked him a question and he fucking bounced.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Damn it. Forgot.
Yeah,
right,
dude.
Boys, let's wrap this thing up.
It's over. This is over. Put a pin in this one. This is good.
Nobody will listen ever again because they got burned by all of our hot takes.
Is that what this is called? Hot takes. Hot takes.
And then Dave's picture is of a.
Oh, my picture's gonna be of Namor and Sue Richards fucking making out, and it's gonna be called Hot Takes. Anyway, yeah, this is good. This is a good one. I'm gonna go do some push-ups now. I'm gonna get all swolled up.
So you can take another picture of yourself.
Yeah, take us out there, Dave.
All right, guys. If you guys want to get a hold of us, it's still. Is it the Geek Savants at Gmail?
Yes.
Is that where they can reach us? Yeah, email us there. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe. Tell your friends all about my giant muscles. And we'll be back next week with another titillating topic from the Geek Savants. He does.
All right. Everyone, I guess I should stop sharing this. All right, everybody. Have a great week. I'll talk to you guys as you guys all try to figure out what our passwords are for everything. Okay?
Right. Yeah. All right.
Bye. Bye.